Hi everyone, welcome to Modules 4 Building Community. Just a heads up, I'm sitting in an airport right now, so you're going to hear, the usual announcements and people nearby, and I'm kind of sitting at a gate where there's no one at right now, so hopefully it stays that way. Anyway, a quick comment on Modules 2 and 3. Your portfolio assignments are looking great. However, please be sure that you are embedding them into your Haiku wiki space and providing a separate link. Here's what embedding looks like for a Venn diagram in Module 2. This happens to be Carrie's. Good job, Carrie. You could tell it's embedded because of the scroll bars on the right and on the bottom, which enable you to look at the whole diagram pretty easily. You can actually also change the height and width settings to in the code you paste in before you paste it, and you can even modify it after you've pasted it so that it actually shows the entire image at once. So anyway, so how do we do this embedding? Because we really need to be doing it. It really showcases your work much better. Plus it keeps the student on the same page for the content rather than going off to other sites following links and then having to get back, and it's just a better way to do it all around. So how do we do this? I'm going to start with Poplet because some of you might use a tool, a Web 2.0 tool like Poplet, to do your embedding or to do an assignment. And so over on the right in Poplet, you should see a share button. Now mine's showing expanded right now, but you're going to at least see the word share. In some programs you might see the word publish. So you click the share, there's it by itself. Click it again, and then you can see the choices. All right, you want to look for one that has two little brackets like this. Sometimes there'll be a little slash in there, and you're going to click or select it. And then that reveals a pop-up window that shows you a link, and yes, you can use that link too, but that will not embed it. You always do want a link nearby though. Some browsers people may be using don't like embedding at all, and they're going to want that link as a backup. But anyway, you're just going to select all on this embed code box. You could triple click usually to get a select all, and then you're going to copy it. I'm using Control C, but you could use Apple Command C as well. And then you're going to go to your Haiku space where you're going to need to put your work in. So this is the wiki space. So I'm going to pick Add a Content Block, Embed the Web, and then I'm going to paste in the embed code. And you could see right here that height and width I was talking about. You can manipulate those numbers, just so you know. Click Next, and it's going to then put this into your website. Click OK, and now it's going to work. Okay, you have to put a title on it. I'm just going to call it 3.2, but then I'm going to hide it because I really don't need this title to show. And then click Save. Okay. It put it over here on the side. No problem. You just hover till you see the four-way arrow and drag the box over into the larger space on the left. And it will resize, and in a moment you should see the embed code, not the embed code, but the embedded object. However, it's taking a minute. Remember, I'm at the airport. Wi-Fi not so hot. Anyway, but it is going to be there. It'll work just like Carrie's worked on hers back here. Okay, to show you another one, I'm going to go to a Web 2.0 tools presentation from Module 3. This is actually one I did several years ago. I X'd out the year. It's been a while. Anyway, and in Google Slides, you're going to go to File, Publish to Web, and then here you'll notice it's kind of dimmed out, but if you select Embed, you'll see that familiar embed code here. You're going to triple click, copy, and then go to Haiku, and I'm going to just add another block onto this same space I'm working in. I'm working in the group 4 space. We don't have a group 4 because we have such a small class. So anyway, I'm going to pick the embed the web option and then paste in the code. click Next, put in a title, I'll call it 3.2.2, and then hide, and then save. Okay, again, it's putting it over on the right. Okay, but you can see the embedding, it's showing up. Now I'm going to move it over, put it in place, and it should display shortly, but it's going to take its little sweet time. But anyway, there it is. Okay, and I don't yet see the poplet, so some of them don't work quite as quickly, but they do. At least you know it's down there and it will eventually show up. So that is how embedding is done. I want to show you one other little trick. I can go to add content block. You can also put it in on-page text windows, just to show you how that's done. Here, you're going to want to find the code for putting in embed code, or for putting in source or HTML code, which is this one right here. See, it's got those same brackets, but with the slash. Now it's put this window in a mode where you can paste the code here. And just for the heck of change, I'm going to change this one slightly. I'm going to change it to 760 by 549. You want to try to keep it somewhat similar to proportional. Title can't be blank, did it again. 2.33 or 4.3. And then save. Okay, put it over on the side again. And again, I can move this over to the middle. The others, you can move these all around, but you're only going to have one. And so I've got it here twice. One is smaller than the other. And so I guess this one must be the one I just, let's see, no, I guess it's bigger. Okay, I must have put my numbers up instead of down. But anyway, that is how embedding is done, just so you know. Okay, let's really go to Module 4 now. Okay, in Module 4, you have 3 assignments.
TSA regulations require that baggage
Gotta wait a
must be
moment.
supervised at all times.
Automated
Any
recordings.
unattended baggage will be subject to confiscation. Any unattended baggage should be reported immediately to an airline representative or law enforcement officer.
Sorry about that. Okay, so you have 3 assignments: a discussion, activity, and reflection. And you have a discussion-based unit. Remember, this is all about collaborating and communicating and building community with your students. So we're going to go into even more depth about engaging students in the online environment. And collaboration, of course, is one way to do that, but meaningful discussions, they really are the meat and potatoes of any online course. Through this week's readings and video selections, you'll learn more about building community and what that means both for teacher-to-student interactions and student-to-student interactions. Okay, your first assignment is 4.1, a discussion, and you will be talking about how you see community growing in your online and blended course. This week's discussion is in VoiceThread rather than in the usual haiku discussion forum to give you some experience with a different tool. If you don't see the VoiceThread in your haiku block, and you can see I'm in that situation right here, I'm in Chrome, you may need to unblock your browser. Depending on which browser you use, this can be done by looking in the upper right or left-hand corner, and you're looking for a shield. So I need to get where I could see the top of the screen here. I don't actually. It was okay the way it was. I'll leave it like that. It's up here. But I do need to increase the screen size. Okay, what I'll do is I'll make this come down here a bit. Okay, so do you see this little shield right here? Okay, you're going to see.
Southwest is currently boarding all passengers on flight 2424 to Oakland on to Austin. For possession of a boarding card for this flight, please board through gate number 403.
I'm waiting. Okay, so you're going to click the shield, and you want to pick the load unsafe scripts or it may say display all content or something of that nature. So you're going to pick whatever it looks like you need to do. And then I'm going to put this window back at full screen. And now I can see the voice thread down here. There it is. Okay, so again, you're going to want to look for the shield up in the top bar. Okay, when you do your voice thread, you're going to go into it by clicking the play button here. It's a little video on it. And then you're, well, let's just click it. You can see it here.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the 4.1 discussion.
This is actually Ema introducing it to a different group. I'm going to stop it. But anyway, once you get into VoiceThread, you will see very quickly that you have to create an account, which will be up top right, and then you have to pick your tools to use, which you would use this menu selection box over here on the left, and down at the bottom you'll see a choice right here. See this little arc? Will let you pick which tool you want to use. So anyway, so that's how you're going to use VoiceThread. You're going to make posts as indicated up there in the discussion instructions, and then you're going to comment on at least 2 other people's posts as well. And we want to encourage you to try at least 2 of the input methods. So you're going to have a choice to use either text, video, or audio. So out of those 3, pick at least 2 different ones to use. Try all 3 if you can, and that way you could see how it's done. Now, if you were going to use this for a real discussion with your own students, you could see you have share options and embed code options so that you can then put your voice thread into another website like our wiki space. Okay, your portfolio assignment for this week, you will be designing an online discussion, a prompt. And so you're going to create the prompt, you're going to create guidelines, and also establish clear criteria of how students will be graded. I want to point out that down at the bottom, let's see, not at the bottom of the whole screen, right here, in the Module 4 resources right here, you can follow these and find out more about using VoiceThread. There's a little tutorial there. And on creating discussions, basically creating discussion prompts, and you'll find that there are several completely finished prompts that you could take a look at so you could see what's expected in the prompt that you create. Finally, you're going to do a reflection as you do every week. This week's reflection is going to allow you to think about your social and professional networks and how students learn. This could be a fun way to really analyze where you get your information from in your own networks and to think about how to help students be explicit about their own information gathering strategies. Okay, I think that's it. So have a great week and we'll see you online.